So, in a country of over 50 million Kenyans, with good doctors and good physicians and good psychologists, no one has ever realized that our president is sick and needs help. All right? Yeah, our president needs help and is incapacitated mentally. And if need be, any member of parliament who cares to save this nation should invoke Article 144 and 145 and 146 of our Constitution to see a way of how this president can be impeached on the ground of incapacitated and inability and suitability to conduct himself as president in the office. Now it makes sense. The deputy president Rigathi Gachagua has been saying something that yeye ni mtu wa ukweli, wa kusema ukweli. Na kama yeye ni mtu wa kusema ukweli, and the presidency has got the president and the deputy president, and they are joined at the hip using the constitution of our country, then it means if the deputy president ni mtu wa kusema ukweli, then kuna mtu wa kusema uongo. And that disease ya kusema uongo has got a name. And that is what I want to address. So that our president can be helped and can be taken to the hospital. All right? For proper diagnosis and treatment. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something called aptitude test whenever you are conducting an interview to someone to be given a job. Aptitude test engages the psychological and mental capability, the cognitive ability of a person to perform certain tasks. All right? In the United States recently, the current president, Joe Biden, the outgoing president, has been ruled out of running again based on poor cognitive abilities. Why? Because he could not even remember the name, his own name sometimes. They call it dementia. Sets in at the age of 70 and above. All right? And now we have someone who is below the age of 70 but is lying consistently. And so it must be understood in that context that we have a president who is a pathological liar. Now, pathological lying is a disease. That is why it is called pathology. It is lying consistently. And sometimes you cannot even know why the person is lying. It is lying without stop. You can't stop him. Even him, if you ask him why he is lying, he can't explain it because he doesn't understand. How I wish we could have diagnosed our president early so that the president can seek medical attention, and if he can't seek medical attention, then he should be impeached. Ladies and gentlemen, the pathological lying, all right, when you say someone is a pathological liar, is associated with people with bipolar disorders, narcissistic disorders, all right, and derangement syndromes that emanate from the brain, especially the prefrontal cortex of the brain. In the brain here, there is a part of the brain that is only dealing with maturity and coordination of cognitive abilities of a person. If it is located on the frontal part of the head, if that person is not able to coordinate that, then the person will present as a pathological liar, and that is a disease. Another name for that disease is called mythomania or pseudological fantastica. It has got its own signs and symptoms, all right? one of its symptoms is that a person is able to tell other people's story as if it is their own story. We have a president who is riding on Uhuru Kenyatta's projects as if it is his own. We have a president who is constantly lying. And it is only 2 journalists, I think 2 or 3, who are almost diagnosing him. Eric Latif, Joe Ageyo, and Ken Mijungu. And they ask him, Mr. President, Kenyans are asking, when will you stop lying? The president is lying not because he likes it. Our president is sick. And I think a time has come for a good member of parliament who is interested in proper oversight role to initiate an impeachment motion against this president. This president does not deserve to be in an office, all right? Because he is sick, but he doesn't know that he is sick. If the deputy president is saying that yeye ni mtu wa kusema ukweli, then he is trying to distinguish himself from the other person who is lying. And that lie is the reason why we are here today. And I can promise you, it is not going to stop. It is going to continue until 2027. I've been wondering why we keep on electing people who are lying. The opposition leader is lying on the other side, yet is 8 years plus old. This one on the other side is, though is below 70 years old, but is showing signs of pseudological fantastica, where we have the loss of hair, and the loss of hair is also having a name. It is a sign and symptom of a person who is sick, alopecia areata. And if you look at our president, he's having alopecia, right? So to all the doctors in this country, let us not twerk. I think time has come to hold this president to account on all fronts. He was not born to be president. And if he has tried to be one and is not able to execute his mandate as president, then he should vacate that office. Not because he doesn't want to vacate, but on the grounds of medical or mental or psychological grounds. And that is my take. Thank you.